Hey, where are you? I've got some business to attend to. Your son is in heaven. What could be more important than the life of your own child? I don't even know what it is anymore. You're kidding, right? Hey, where are you? I have to make arrangements for the funeral, so I'm hanging up. Then be prepared for the police when they come to your place. What? The police? What? Bye. My name is Charlotte, 58 years old. I live with my husband of the same age. I work in the lunchroom of a kindergarten. The smiling faces of the cute kindergartners are the source of my energy. Of course, the children are adorable, but most of all, my grandchildren. His name is Nathan, and he is now in 2nd grade. He lives with my son's wife, Emma, in an apartment about a 5-minute drive from our house. The reason why there are 2 of us is that my son is in Singapore on an assignment by himself. I think it's hard for a wife to have to take care of a small child by herself because of an assignment of husband. I want to help in any way I can, but I don't want to be a nosy bum. It is difficult to find this balance. Emma sometimes brings her grandchildren to our house and leaves them with me for half a day or so. Sometimes it's for work, sometimes it's to run errands, and the reasons vary, but I don't pry into it. I am happy just to have them come. In fact, I wish she would leave him with me more often, but I don't say anything unnecessary. It is common knowledge in the world of grandmothers that if your daughter-in-law does not like you, you will not be able to see your grandchildren. On the way home, I casually bring them fruits and sweets, enough for the 2 of us to eat together. I hope it is enough for both of us. Now, let me tell you about this summer when it was very hot. Until then, I had been taking care of my grandchild once a week, but she suddenly stopped bringing him home. I couldn't urge her to come, so I spent my days anxiously waiting for. I wondered what had suddenly happened. I hope he's not sick or something. I'm worried, I'm anxious, I'm lonely. Even my husband, who is calm and airy, was indeed worried and asked me what was wrong. When the pudding I had bought for my grandchildren was about to expire, I lost patience and called my wife. "Hello, Emma. How are you?" She said, "Oh, Charlotte, what can I do for you?" It's about Nathan's birthday, isn't it?" "Oh, yes. What about gifts?" "I don't want to end up picking the same one, so could you please tell me?" "Oh, well, Charlotte's decided yet." "Oh, well, what should I buy?" "Charlotte, please give him some money." "What?" "If it's money, Nathan can buy whatever he wants." I understand what my wife is saying. I think it's reasonable, and I'm sure it is, but you know how much fun it is to pick out, give, and open birthday presents. Oh, that's your self-indulgence. Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sure it's the money. Excuse me. Oh, Mr. Emma. Anything else? No, you know, I was just wondering what's going on with Nathan, since you Charlotte's come to drop him off lately. Nothing. Oh, well, that's okay. I don't know what was wrong with her. she was in a very bad mood. I wondered what was wrong. Maybe she was tired from the hot weather. She doesn't seem to want to talk much, so let's leave her alone. More importantly, what should we do about the gift? I want to see my grandson happy with a big box, but I can't buy him anything if she says oh. The day of my grandson's birthday came before I decided on his present. I thought over time and finally decided on a gift certificate. I think I will invite him to go shopping with me. Emma might not like it, but I have a plan. I also prepared a gift certificate for Emma. Am I a smart grandma? I can't buy her toys, but I'm sure she would be happy with a gift certificate. I will call Emma and grandson to ask for their availability. I am excited. But the phone just kept ringing. That's strange, it's the day of the birthday, it's Saturday, and I think they are home, but what's going on? I tried calling back several times, but it just kept repeating the announcement that either there was no signal or the phone was not turned on. After that, it's the same whether I call or not. I was starting to feel uneasy. Maybe this heat has made us both sick. If they fall down in a locked apartment, bad things can happen. I couldn't stop having a bad feeling. At that moment, my husband tapped me on the shoulder. I turned around in surprise to see him holding the car keys. Let's go. My husband is always so quiet, but he has the energy to take action at times like this. Thank you, honey. We hurry to get into the car. Today's high temperature is 105 degrees Fahrenheit. It is so hot that it is hard to breathe. I hope nothing is wrong. I soon arrived at my wife and grandson's apartment. The direct sunlight seems to burn my skin to a crisp. I pressed the intercom. There is no sign of them. I felt sweat start to pour out of me. Emma, Nathan, please answer if you are there. Are you okay? I shouted while banging on the front door. Would it bother the neighbors if I shouted any louder? But I couldn't say that. I put my ear to the door and heard Nathan's voice faintly. Grandma. Nathan. It's unlocked. Thank God. The front door opened. I was astonished at the sight before me. My grandson was sitting on the front porch with tears streaming down his face. He was covered in mud and powder, and his whole body was sticky and dirty. What the hell is this? Ugh, oh, I'm so sorry. My husband supported my grandson, who could not stand up properly. I'm sorry. I don't know if it was because he was crying or because of the heat, but his face was bright red. He looked terrible with dirt, sweat, and tears. What's going on? What happened? When I kneeled down to be at the same eye level as my grandson, I realized. It is not mud that is dirty. It has a sweet smell. It is chocolate, flour, and butter. I thought I was going to make a cake. He is frightened, thinking I will get angry. I spoke softly. Then what happened? I spilled butter, slipped and fell, spilled flour, thought to wipe it up, spilled chocolate. It all spilled out beautifully. I'm glad you didn't get hurt. You said, It's amazing how you made the cake. You did your best, but it was difficult. So why were you sitting at the entrance? I looked into my grandson's face and he looked away as if he was troubled. My husband remained silent and gently patted my grandson on the head. He said, "Mommy told me to sit here and wait because the house would get messy. Certainly, we don't want them hanging around in this appearance. But why do they have to sit on the front porch? Why not just clean up quickly?" Mom said she had to go quickly. Is it urgent? Why don't you just leave them at my place? You know, when I go to Grandma's, it's when she has something to do with Damien. But she can't see Damien anymore. That's why I can't go to Nanny's anymore. Who is Damien? I want to know, but I don't want to know. Should I know who it is? She's at the casino today. I go there every day. I'm staying at home. I don't understand what my grandson is saying, and the words don't come out properly. Hey, casino. What? What the hell is that? I was surprised. It was the first time in years that my airhead husband shouted out loud. Nathan, we're going home. We're going to take a bath and change our clothes. But first, you need to rehydrate. You'll get a heat stroke. But my mom said I had to sit on my ass and wait. Don't be silly. My husband's loud voice startled me and I squeezed my grandson's hand who was about to start crying again. It must have been hot, he was drenched in sweat. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend Nathan. We got in the car and headed home. My heart was tightening for my grandson who was worried about making a mess on the car seat. A casino leaving such a small child all alone on his birthday. If this story is true, it is terrible. I need to check with Emma. When I was about to make a phone call, my husband said in a small voice, I saw my wife going to the casino a few times when I was walking around. I didn't think it was every day, but... Oh no. I'll think about what to do. Charlotte, you take care of Nathan. Okay. We arrived home. I gave him a sports drink and let him take a bath. A change of clothes is fine, as I had previously checked them in. He was tired from the heat and fell asleep as soon as I let him go to the bedroom where the air conditioner is working. When I think of my battered grandson crying alone at home, I would cry too. While it is his birthday, I feel really sad. My husband said to me, I'm going to defeat Emma. Are you going to defeat her? Call our son. He's in Singapore. He's probably at work. You should tell him. So I called my oldest son and explained the situation. Surprisingly, my son accepted the call without hesitation. Mom, this makes sense now. What do you mean? He said, there's money running out of my bank book. She said she had to pay for school collections, some repairs, Nathan's lessons, and so on, but in the end, she leaves Kite at the casino every day. What a lousy mother. The disdain in my oldest son's voice is palpable. I'll adjust my work schedule and be home soon. Is it okay? It's Nathan's birthday and I wanted to return home. I regret that I should have forced myself to take a vacation. Besides, I have to have a talk with Emma. Oh, is that about that guy Damien? I said a name that came up in the conversation about my grandson. Damien, the mysterious man who says he can't see Emma anymore. I said, Mom, who is this Damien? Oh my God, I must have said something unnecessary. I'll be home early if I can get a flight. Take care of Nathan. The phone cut off. Oh my God, what am I doing? I can't be helped. I wanted to know too, so I asked Emma. Oh, honey, what are you doing? When the call ended and I looked at my husband, he was silently writing something. I wrote the script and you were always the star. What? You're talking about the theater group we had in college. That brings back memories, but what's going on all of a sudden? My husband handed me a piece of paper. You were a good actor. I looked and saw the lines written in double quotation marks. Do it. Do you know how many decades ago that was? I was surprised when I read the line. Did you just come up with this? My husband nodded. The rest is improvisation. You never know what they're going to say. Yes, okay, I'll do it. I'll leave it to you, actress. Stop it. What are you talking about? My quiet husband was unusually angry and took up a pen to create a scenario for the first time in decades. For the sake of my adorable grandchildren, I'm going to take a stab at it. Hello. Emma, where is Nathan? In the meantime, Emma finally called me. It had been about 5 hours since we had left our apartment. I shudder to think what would have happened if my grandson had been made to sit on the floor like that. Hey Emma. My husband, standing beside me, is looking at me with his arms crossed. I wonder if the script will go according to plan. My ability to improvise would be put to the test. Nathan, he has just gone now. What? He was found collapsed in the foyer. You didn't answer the phone, so we were called, and you turned off your phone, didn't you? What? What? Emma, where were you and what were you doing in this situation? What? 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 Where were you doing? What were you doing? Well, it's just that I have some business. What could be more important than Nathan's life? Well, it's not important anymore. Charlotte, are you kidding me? Where are you? At home. I'm sorry, I have to make arrangements for Nathan's funeral now. You're kidding, right? Wait a minute. Oh, I'm sure the police will come to you. What? The police. What? Okay, bye. When I hung up the phone, my husband nodded in satisfaction. Now, he said, it's going to be a hassle when Mr. Emma comes over, so let's go out for dinner. How shall we explain this to Nathan? Even if we were satisfied, what would our grandchildren think? Leave it to me. But even if things go according to the scenario, Nathan will be the one who decides in the end. He is going to write something else. Turn off your phone, Daniel will contact me. Okay. Because we don't have all the actors in place yet. My husband looks a little happy, but is it my misunderstanding? At that moment, the living room door opened. "Grandma, I'm hungry." "Nathan, you woke up. Are you feeling a little better?" "Thank you." "Wasn't Mom mad at you?" It's pitiful to see a grandson who cares about his mother first and foremost even after all that was done to him. "Mama's not mad at me. Let's go out for a nice meal with us today. It's Nathan's birthday." Yay! Seeing my grandson smile, I was relieved and angry at the same time. What on earth is my wife doing? Maybe it wasn't a good idea for me to behave modestly for Emma in fear that she would hate me. "Grandma, what's wrong?" "No, I'm sorry. I was just thinking. This is not the time to be concerned about Emma for the sake of my cute grandchildren. I am also concerned about the rest of the scenario my husband is writing. I'm just going to make it all clear and let the curtain fall on a happy ending. We ate hamburgers at my grandson's request and stayed at a nearby business hotel. As I overslept the next morning, I received a call from my eldest son that he would be arriving here soon. My husband handed me the next edition of the script. I looked it over and found it to be chaotic. He said, "I have the script, but all you have to do is to make momentum." I'm the only one with a script. This is impossible. Don't worry. Turn on your phone. Emma will call you as soon as she can and ask you to go to the nearest diner. I don't know what will happen. Nathan and I will stay here. Why don't you stay with us? Keep your phone turned on. I'll be fine as long as I can hear you. My husband must have an idea. I decided to listen to him. Charlotte called me right away and I was able to call her at the designated casual restaurant. Charlotte looked exhausted, as if she had not slept. I said to her, "Emma, you look terrible." When I turned to her, my wife glared at me and spit out, "I couldn't sleep because you said something about the police. The house is a mess with Nathan making a mess, and it's just awful." Her first words lost any faint hope I had left. I thought she would be worried about her own children, but this wife only cares about herself. Already, my husband and I are on call on our phones. However, I don't hear any instructions from that side, so I make the momentum. "Emma, what happened yesterday? It was Nathan's birthday, wasn't it?" "It doesn't matter if it's a birthday or not. If a child does something wrong, I scold him." "What did Nathan do wrong?" "It sucks. It's so bad I can't even think about it. He must be like his father. How selfish of her." I took a deep breath. How can you look so heartless even though Nathan has gone? After a moment of silence, Charlotte said, "Are you satisfied as long as I cry very much?" I felt the blood drain from my face. I was surprised, not only at Charlotte, but also at her husband, who had anticipated this trend and had already written up the scenario. "Damien is here." What? My heart is pounding. Can I really say this? Damien is worried about you and wants to see you. Charlotte's demeanor changed blatantly. She was leaning back in the chair and looking up at an angle, but then she sat back down, her hands on her knees, fixing her messy hair. "Why, Damien?" "Emma, Damien is that Hideki, right?" Yes, he is Damien, the house builder who remodeled your house last year. Wow, amazing. If I speak between the lines, the story will go on by itself. Oh, I see. It was that hilarious Damien from Sales, wasn't it? When did you become friends? You knew about me and Damien, didn't you? Oh no, please tell me. At that moment, the door of the casual restaurant opened. Not Damien, but my son Daniel appeared. The timing of his appearance was perfect. Emma was surprised and speechless, and Daniel could not hide his anger and sadness. Why are you here? Aren't you in Singapore? Who the fuck is Damien? Shut up. What's wrong with me? No, it's all your fault. What do you think you're doing? Charlotte, what's going on? You broke up with Damien, didn't you, Emma? No, I promised to marry him. What? Marriage? With Nathan gone, Damien will be back soon. Of course, this is not in the script. I'm getting dizzy. Emma, I want my money back. The money you spent at the casino, our money. The money. I'll give it back, and I'll give you Nathan's life insurance money. You are an asshole. You didn't care about Nathan. Whatever. I need Damien. I watched the two of them arguing with each other, on edge. The script at hand only goes so far. What will happen now? And then the husband with the grandchild appears. Mom. What? Nathan, are you alive? Then what about the insurance money? It makes me sick. This wife is the worst as a mother and as a person. Hey. He's alive. Was that a lie? I'm sorry I tried to test you. I wanted you to be sorry. But I know very well how you feel about Nathan. Emma is being given everyone there a dirty look. Liar. You cheated. You people are worse than me. Ignoring Emma, Daniel hugged Nathan. I'm going to end my assignment. I'm sorry for everything. Come live with Daddy. I really didn't want to. I missed you, Dad. Sorry, Nathan, sorry. Father and son are confirming their love for each other. No, 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 you guys sit down. You'll stand out. I don't even want to sit with you. We're going home. That's terrible. You make it sound like it's my fault. Of course it is. It's all your fault. He spat out and left, taking Nathan by the hand. My grandson is holding hands with my son and looks happy. Then my husband interrupted. You know, I contacted Damien. What? Really? Damien, I heard he messed around with some of the girls in the office and got shipped off to the northeast end of the country. What? Emma was in a panic, not understanding what was going on. Now, let's go. Yes, let's go. What? We get up and leave the family restaurant without once looking back at my ranting wife. I walk quickly to catch up with my grandson and son. It is also a very hot day. But unlike yesterday, it's a cool and dry day. Let's make a cake with my grandson. Then go buy a big box of birthday presents. Let them visit our house every week or every day. I am very much looking forward to it." Then, as soon as the divorce was fast-tracked, Emma went after Damien, the cheater, but she was treated like a stalker, and this time the police came. It seems that she had nowhere to go and contacted her son, but he told her to return the money she had spent as soon as possible. My husband returned to his usual, quiet person. That day reminded me of my younger days, and I was once again drawn to him. I think I might do some vocal exercises for when my husband picks up a pen again. My grandson Nathan is in the kitchen today. It is to complete the baking of the cake that he failed to make that time. Nathan is stirring the flour as if he is trying to break the bad memories of his mother. The pitiful looking brings tears to my eyes. The sponge cake will be baked soon, so let's decorate it together, Grandma and Grandpa. Nathan's eyes were sparkling.